off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. Dow up 11, NASDAQ futures down 108, S&P futures down 24. We had a little drop in the market the press conference that was started about an hour ago. And markets dropped when press secretary said that Amazon's plan to show tariff costs is a hostile act. So apparently Amazon's going to put something next to the prices about the difference in the price based on tariffs. And so when she said that, Amazon dropped, which is now down 2%. It was nice for them to. It's nice of them to have the press conference before the market opened, though. So S&P is bouncing back a little bit. So we'll have to see how it goes here. There's a JOLTS report at top of the hour, so I'll probably take that into consideration. Not sure how big I'll go if I get in a trade before that. I'll probably size down a little bit. We'll just kind of have to see what the market's doing. JOLTS usually affects it a little bit, so. And there's the bell. VIX up 2.5%. Apple coming down. Amazon trying to rebound a little bit. All right, I just got filled on a 1 DTE, so I will post that. right, stock's pushing up here a little bit. PLTR with a big bounce. Nvidia pushing up. All right, getting our second bar here now. Big, looking for some big bars here, big volume. Again, Jolts report at the top of the hour, so position size accordingly. Don't know if I'll take a trade before then or not. We're just going to have to see. Yeah, Goog coming down. A lot of stocks coming down right now. PLTR had an initial push up, now is retreated. Tesla getting a big red bar. Opposite of what the first bar was. Microsoft staying strong. So is Apple. Hood got a big red bar as well, but had a green bar before it. I like those two to be the same color out of the gates before I do any type of volume runner. You know, later on in the morning it's fine, but yeah, Goog hardly a bounce at all. Now coming back down. But S&P pushing up here. But yeah, Goog not bouncing at all with the market. Something was wacky with my Thinkorswim analysis tab. I'm going to restart it. All right, so pretty nice push up here now in the S&P. Dow up 125, Nasdaq down 49, S&P down 7. One DTE is up 12% already. Apple pushing through highs. So is Microsoft. No mighty 90s so far. Just gonna be real careful about getting in with this JOLTS report coming up. So it's got to be something I really, 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 really like. S&P pushing up though. AMD pushing, Nvidia. S&P trying to go green. SMCI coming back down. PLTR's struggling quite a bit. It's not really pushing with this. Not really pushing with this. The rest of some of these stocks. Wow, really nice push up in Apple and Microsoft. AVGO getting a mighty 90. Let's see what that looks like. Not bad. Definitely tradable. See if we get another extension from AVGO here. I would trade the 192.5 puts and probably go in smaller than normal here. Filled at 415. That was the 192.5 puts for a mighty 90. I would close half at 465. AVGO had a nice little volume spike, a couple nice pushes. Haven't done too many mighty 90s lately. Haven't been very many good signals on it. All right. Market's coming down here a little bit. Everything probably just chopping, waiting for the jolts. Apple's still pushing. Looks like AVGO is going to give us one red bar. We'd definitely like to be at a half before the jolts. So close to getting filled. There we go. Filled at 465. So that's one red bar. Let's see if we can get a second. That'd be nice to get out before the jolts. In fact, I might just do that. Let this push down here. I'm gonna go ahead and just get out a little early here. Filled at 475. So didn't wait for the second consecutive red bar. Just feel better about, hey, took nice profit there. And I'm out for the jolts. Got a little bit of premiums been pumped into my 1 DTE, probably after the anticipation of the jolts report. Meta going to highs of day. Amazon trying to rebound from that pre-market push down. Three minutes until the jolts report, jobs report. So we'll just gonna sit tight and wait. Yeah, can you not see my screen? Oh, my screen disconnected. Just noticed that. SMCI coming down through lows of day. AVGO, second consecutive red bar. So, yeah, I definitely would have been out of it. All right, here comes the job reports in 30 seconds. Let's see, what else do we have today after that? Ooh, China waives tariffs on U.S. ethane reports. Huh. So nothing else after that, after the jolts. Yeah, nice quick mighty 90 there in AVGO. 2 red bars out before the jolts. All right, so a little bit of initial move down. Check and see what stocks might be holding here. Now hopefully we can get some theta decay. Apple holding, Microsoft holding. PLTR is pretty much holding. All right, getting a little nice little push up now. I'm looking at Microsoft or Apple. I've definitely got some decay back. My 1 DTE is up 14%. Let's see. In Apple, I would trade the 212.5 calls. 212.5 calls. Filled at 420. So Amazon holding nicely. Want to see it push through highs. Meta with a nice push up. Meta getting a little mighty 90. I close half my Apple at 470. S&P now with a pretty nice push up. Apple with a push up, but not getting paid like I thought I would, probably because of theta decay. Pretty big push up now. Get out half my Apple here. Filled at 465. Close half of Apple. So about a 20 to 25 point push up after that JOLTS report in the S&P. So my one DTE is going to need some theta decay or a little bit of a down move here. Dow up 223, NASDAQ up 59, S&P up 14. I would get out of another Apple at 505. So I was looking at Microsoft and Apple both would have worked. Now that we got this data out of the way, wouldn't mind seeing some back and forth action. See SMCI coming down. PLTR pushed up through highs. Now it's coming back down. Tesla coming back down. No pullback in Apple really yet. That's a good sign. What else we got going on? Microsoft and Apple still looking like they want to go higher. Amazon with a mighty 90 short. Just don't know if I trust it, but that's definitely, if you look at that volume, that's a real nice volume spike. really seeing anything else I like at the moment. Some of these stocks went green, but could not stay green. Amazon taking a pause. S&P coming back down a little bit. It's definitely helping my 1 DTE. That's for sure. Yeah, not a ton of opportunities here. I mean, you take a look at like PLTR, SMCI, MU, AMD now. A lot of chop. Coinbase. I feel lucky about getting in that AVGO Mighty 90, getting a quick two red bar and out. But yeah, not a ton of opportunities here. Yeah, Apple and AVGO, two of the ones that gave me an opportunity. Glad I got into both those. It still feels like kind of like we want to go higher. Yep, now Apple coming down. Darn it, that's not what I wanted to see. Now Apple coming down close to where I got in. So it needs to hold right there. I don't want it to come down anymore. Need a green bar here, Apple. Red bar and I'm out. All right, I'm closing my Apple. Filled at 4:30. So just got in at 4:20. Wasn't going to let it come down anymore. And it may bounce. Like I can always re-enter. SMCI coming down to lows of day. PLTR with a pretty hefty pullback. VIX creeping up. Yep, down she comes. Look out. Look out below. VIX coming up. But the 1DT is back to dead center. See Apple holding up again. Kind of makes me want to re-enter. I think I might re-enter in Microsoft. Get into Microsoft here. It's also holding up. It's pulled back a little bit more. See, in Microsoft, I would trade the 397.5 calls. Watching price here. It's not really moving. Filled at 740. So filled at 740 in Microsoft here. So hoping it holds this right here, and then this next bar, hopefully we get a bounce. I did Microsoft this time because it had a little bit of a bigger pullback than Apple. And should it break down below this consolidation here where it bounced already a couple times, I would exit. So about a 20-point drop there the last 15 minutes in the S&P. Back to the red. All right, let's see a little bounce here out of Microsoft. MU coming down. SMCI through lows. Apple and Microsoft holding. Can we get a bounce here, boys? Still coming down. S&P and NASDAQ. Nasty little push down here. Uh-oh. Look out below. Here we come again. Can Microsoft hold? Yeah, the old 1 DTE's up 16%. Apple coming down a little bit more. Microsoft still holding. I got a feeling if this market can turn it around, Microsoft will take off. But can it turn it around? That's the question here. A lot of stocks through lows of day. We pretty much went straight up the first 30 minutes, and the last 20, we pretty much come straight back down. Microsoft hanging out still about right where I got in. All right, this next bar is probably going to be pretty critical on which way this market goes. I got an order at 810. Order at 810 in Microsoft. Let's move that to 820. I got my order at 820. It's 10%. PLTR was interesting. If you look at PLTR, I know it's not on my screen, but it's on one of my others. It had come down to lows of day where it had bounced already a couple times. I was kind of interested in getting long PLTR there, but I did not. But yeah, it definitely bounced off lows. SMCI though is coming down through lows. Getting pretty choppy still. We need to find a direction here with one of these stocks. The only thing I'm in right now is Microsoft. Tesla through lows of day. MU is really struggling if you want to get short something. Keep your eye on MU. Again, I have an order at 820 in Microsoft. It's trying to bounce for me. That Mighty 90 in Amazon would have worked. 2 consecutive red bars. One DTE up 19%. All right, Microsoft, that a boy. Need Microsoft to push through highs. See, in terms of TLC, price has been in a range of, let's see, 55.12, about 30, 35 points. For quite a while now. Looks like you could get maybe 90 wide. So it's been pretty choppy. I might see how much this push up. It's still pushing up here a little bit. See if it establishes a range here with this chop. Pretty good bounce out of the S&P here. All indices back into the green. Microsoft approaching highs of day. I still need about 20 cents for it to hit my profit target. Let's don't go too wild here. Don't want my 1 DTE. I don't want it to get clear off center again. Two pretty good sized bars there. Thank goodness for theta decay on my 1 DTE. Microsoft not getting through highs yet. Yeah, I think I would definitely wait on a TLC for sure because these last two green bars have been pretty big. MSTR through highs of day. Kind of wish I would have got long PLTR like I was thinking about. But Microsoft is not getting up through highs on this push. Well, I think I'm going to jump off here, guys. Not going to get in anything else and kind of want to start focusing on my TLC trades. So Microsoft, if it looks like it's going to reverse again, and get forced back down, I'll probably just close it. Otherwise, I'll, hopefully it'll get through highs of day here. Again, I got my profit target at 820. So on a pullback, I'm out. Otherwise, I'll scale out. Hopefully it does what Netflix is doing here. Netflix is starting to push through highs of day. So that's my plan. I'll post in the day trading chat channel when I'm out of Microsoft. All right, everybody have a good one. I'll see you during Power Hour. Peace.